effortlessly. Live mic, no script, just synergy. From the block to the base to the legacy. Unpopular celebrity. We ain't chasing fame, we redefining the game. Give light to the name that the system can't tame. Got the people tuned in, cause they feel our lane. It's the voice of the real, not a chase for acclaim. Mic check, then the vibe start to settle for a host. One stage and the truth is the medal. So before that show start, let the beat breathe steady. When you hear the name, just know we ready. Oh yeah. When you hear the name, just know we ready. Unpopular celebrities. Yeah, we speak that truth so effortlessly. Live mic, no script, just synergy. From the block to the base to the legacy. Unpopular celebrities.
Yo, can you hear me? Because I can't hear myself. Oh, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Perfect.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Shoot, man. Technology. Gotta love technology. First of all, let me address something in the chat. Vinny Speeds, I love your energy. Keep bringing it. Stay with it. Stay with it. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you're gonna be a hater, be a hater. I will support your haterism for sure.
You're gonna be a hater, be a hater.
Hey, if that's who you are, that's who you are. You know, I support it.
Streaming, you suck.
I support it. I definitely support it. Moses 1092. It was some AI looking stuff. Yo, AI is ruling the world. If you ain't up on AI, AI is gonna take over you. So I love your energy too. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Something fat. Armora. What up? All right. There we go. Thanks, bro. Loud and clear. I hear y'all. Y'all can hear me. Man, this is freaking crazy. I love technology. I got to love technology. Anyway, over to you.
Well, happy Sunday, everyone. For some of you folks, it's in Texas, a rainy Sunday, but wherever you may at, maybe sunny Arizona or wherever you at, feel free to drop in the comments where you're listening or watching that. Peace, human beings. It's your boy, Philly DC, back with another episode of Unpopular Celebrities. I am one of your co-hosts. You have Pete to the right, who is, let's give a little shout out to Pete. You know what I'm saying? This dude has engineered 99.9% of every show we have done. And trust me, I've done it a couple of times. Maybe you can count on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. And it is not easy, especially when the internet's not working. North Carolina at the crib. North Carolina! Throw your t-shirts up like a helicopter, right? Yeah, I think that's, y'all still listen to P. Pablo out there?
That's crazy.
I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so you got Pete, you got the lovely Jessica Jean Harrison, North Carolina at the crib. You got the lovely Jessica Player, who may be joining us a little bit later. And then you have Del Brown out there in Kaiserslautern, Germany. Guten Tag. We are your four. We form like Voltron, like Wu-Tang Clan. We are your unpopular brothers. Peace, peace. Chris Jones in the house. I owe you some information too. We are your unpopular celebrities.
Chris, you from North Carolina? Like originally? Like, tell me what part. Not that I'm from North Carolina, but just want to know. Just interested. The different parts of North Carolina. Anyway, I had some struggles this morning. My mouse died, so I have that plugged in right now. My keyboard's on barely its last leg, so I had to plug that in. So I got like 12 things plugged in right now. And then, of course, the technology issues, man. We all over the place. Oh, Chapel Hill. So I got to ask, are you a Duke fan or UNC fan? UNC just took a fat L yesterday to Duke. We beat them the first time, but they skull drug us the second time. Do you use those terms? Skull drug?
What?
Skull drug. Like when you
What
get
the heck is that?
you get your skull drug on the ground, you get the brakes beat off you.
No, I like BTA, belt the ass better.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, so we got a live show for y'all. We're gonna try to stay a little bit more on a schedule. For one, when we come on live, for two, what we talk about, because a lot of people come on here and be like, what y'all talking about? So hopefully the thumbnail, if you see it or whatever, will give you a little bit more insight. The YouTube thing still ain't working, so I had to figure it out. That's step number 7 on my list of things to do. So got a lot of things that need to figure that out. Today, I think it was just the technology, just the Streamlabs that wasn't cooperating. It's always something. Watch it in Tar Heels for Life. For sure. Tar Heels. Tar Heels. All right. Anyway, that's my rant about where we're at. Do you want to go to the first topic? Because it's kind of your topic. So
What is the promote or retire?
No. The war dude.
No, that's not till later, man.
Oh, okay.
Too early. Yeah, we'll cover that later on. That's the headliner.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we can talk about the other one.
Let's give credit where credit is due. Give out the flowers. Shout out to all the brand new CMS sergeants in the Air Force. Shout out to y'all. Y'all have reached the top 2% of the United States Air Force. E8 Senior Master Sergeant gang, stand up. If you one of those people that got promoted and you happy to show it, drop it in the chat. Your line number. Drop it in the chat, your line number. And if you feeling froggy, drop it in our DMs, some Cash App money from your new CMS Sergeant Stripes. Don't even worry about paying it to the top 3. Give it to us so we can continue doing our shows, compete, still pay for stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, one of the first topics we want to talk about today is promote or retire. So just like we have folks who just got promoted, unfortunately, there are some folks who did not get promoted to Senior Master Sergeant. Now, I don't say that to Jess because I was in that same boat too, man. I'm sure Pete was as well. But we want to talk to you guys out there. 616, who is that? Gene Harrison, First Sergeant Extraordinaire. So what do they call you? Senior First Sergeant? Is that it?
Nah,
Senior Diamond?
Nah,
what is that?
Oh, shit. It's just senior shirt.
Senior shirt. Senior shirt. Senior shirt. Well, congratulations to you, my brother, and a phenomenal story you have. I'm sure you're going to continue to do that and stuff. Freddie Kincaid, what's going on, brothers? Good morning. Okay, I digress. So let's talk to the folks who didn't get promoted. So my man P had a great conversation with one of his friends. Unfortunately, they did not make Senior Master Sergeant, and it begs the question, should you promote, continue pushing, or retire? There's always that challenge of, why should you stay longer? Is it worth the challenge and the time you put in to not test it, but to the board? Freddie Kincaid, 1, 2, 4, says, congratulations, my brother. You get 1, 2. You get 1, 2. Let's see. Justin says, yep, I missed it by 15.5 points my first go. Not bad at all. Not mad at all. Plenty to work on. Much love to all who got picked up. That's what I'm talking about. Positivity, my brother. Positivity. But anyway, real quick, let me say this and I'll pass it on you. You could kind of expand on your conversation. You have folks who get so close, and it's just like any career field, whether it's in the military, in the civilian sector, you want your hard work to pay off and get promoted. But as we all know, there's so many things that come behind getting selected. How many people in your career field are eligible? Whether you get the stratification, did you have any awards? There's so many different things. What is the flavor of the month for the board? So many intangibles. So for some people, it can be daunting. So then you have to make that decision. Do you keep going or stop? I'll pause there.
Yeah, so I think, way to tee that thing up, I had a conversation with a good friend, but I haven't talked to this dude in, man, probably like at least 7-8 months. And all of a sudden, he knew I retired, so hit me up out the blue, and small small talk at first. What up? And you know what? I'll be honest, I forgot all about senior master sergeant promotion, especially when he called. That was the last thing on my mind. So then he was like, "Hey, what went into your decision about retirement?" So I tell you, and I tell everybody else, it was mainly two things. I wasn't promoting, and I wasn't PCSing. The two things I want to do. So it's like, why stay in? Blessings to anyone who may not have made it, but it's impossible to promote a quitter. Keep pushing. Okay.
All
Okay.
right, Chris. Shout out to you.
Shots fired, kind of, but very true. But my thing was like, I'm not promoting, and even if I do promote, I was at 22 years. Say I put on at 23 to get paid the higher three, I would have to stay till what, 26? So that's if I put on at 23. If I would have put on 24, sure, I wasn't going to make the higher tenure. So I said, what's the point? So that's kind of where I was at with everything. So we had a good little, let me put this down a little bit. We had a good little conversation, and, I basically put it to him like that. And y'all could tell me if it's right, wrong, or different. There comes a point where you just, like Chris said, I'll just say, you just quit. He's like, like if these are the two things I want to do and they're not going to happen, what's the point of staying? He kind of had the same feelings, but I will say it's a little bit easier to have those feelings when I found out he didn't make senior. Then it's like, okay, this is all making sense now. The day you find out you don't make senior, because I will say, and you've been there as well, and anybody who's missed rank has been there, and anybody who can't admit this, I think you're just lying. But when people make it and you don't, you either look at them and be like, how the hell did they make it? Man, they deserve to make it. Or it's just like, I don't even know that person. That's usually the three feelings. Pause, tell me if I'm wrong.
Nah, that's true. I think it's natural, not only in promotion, anything in every walk of life. If you see somebody was able to get maybe them pair of Jordans that you wanted to get, and you missed out on standing out in line, you be like, yo, how come they got it and I did? They don't even look as fresh as I do. You know what I mean? They busted. They clothes or gear or drip is whack. Why couldn't I have it? So when it comes to promotion, especially when you know the person or you know an idea of their records and you say, how in the duck did they get it and I didn't? But I think there's different stages. I forgot what they call it in counseling, but there's a stage where you come to acceptance. All right. At first it's denial, like you can't believe that it happened. And then you eventually accept. So shout out to those people out there who, even though it's frustrating for them, they get the flowers where it's deserving.
So when we were talking, and this is where the conversation got real, I told him, if you're not upset, you need to just go ahead and leave. Because you should be upset. You really should be upset. And he's like, no, I'm not upset. And the stages of grieving. Look at Freddie Kincaid with his counselor hat on. And I told him, like, yo, well, you should be upset. And you should look at people like, how the fuck did this dirtbag get it?
Okay.
Because I think that's natural. I think that's fine and that's natural. And anybody who, in my opinion, anybody who talks you out of those feelings, I want to say they're not even a good friend. I'll just say that.
Oh, I don't know. From the UK, Charles Davis, what you doing in the UK, bro?
Dang.
What you doing in there, Mike?
Dang.
What you doing in the UK, governor?
Good thing he ain't working for the CIA.
Yeah, governor.
Jesus. But that's how I feel. Like, those feelings are fine, and you should be upset about those feelings, or should be upset.
I don't know. I wouldn't say. I think saying they're not a good friend is a bit harsh. You know what I mean? Personally,
they're just trying to talk to you about feelings that they have that they're not having anymore. But everybody has had these feelings, and I feel like I'm just the one that could tell you, like, hey, like, you should be upset. You should be pissed off. Maybe mad at yourself. Maybe mad at the system. Maybe mad at your supervisor. There's levels you could be mad at. Maybe it's percentage of each one. But you should be upset. If you're just like, I don't care. You're just saying that now to save face, but if you're not upset, you should be. What's the timeline to vent or have it? That's a great question by Chris. Great question. Charles Davis said he's a PCS to Milton Hall, so good thing that's not secret information because we just shared it. What are the timelines to vent and have those feelings? So, Chris, I will pose that question back to you. I think in the instructor world, we call that relay or reverse. Throw that right back to you. What do you think? Because I have mine, and I want to know what the rest of the chat thinks about that as well. Bradley McCoy said, yep, good time to reflect on how to get there. I was always pissed. Thank you, McCoy, for being 100. Oh, shit. What up, Farrar? I wasn't always upset about promoting if I didn't put in the effort. Then I don't expect to be rewarded. That applies to anything. Like, I will give you that. Not promoting it. Yeah, I got you. That I can agree with you. If you didn't try, if you didn't care, then yeah, don't be upset. There's no reason. Like Philly said, you can't be upset somebody got the shoes that stood in line if you never even stood in line. So I think that's a great point. All right, back to the question. What's the timeline to vent or have those feelings? What do you think?
I think it depends on the person. Everybody processes disappointment differently.
True.
I've always been a person where if I get bad news, like if I didn't get promoted, I would give myself 24 hours, and then I would just go in seclusion for a week.
Damn.
To reflect. And then after that, my pity party is over, I move on. But everybody's different. Chris says, personally, 72 hours, anything more than that starts to consume a person. Hey, you know what? That's actually great. The only thing I would add to that, let's see, who was that? Oh,
Justin.
Oh, Justin says, I've always given myself the day to recover and then I move on and refocus. I also fight for feedback.
Gene, I'm going to talk shit about that because my timeline.
Gene Harrison says, my timeline is 5. Oh, yeah, you had to roast him on that one. But anyway, I'll quickly say, I think what Chris said was important when he says the 72 hours. Go back to Chris's point about the 72 hours one. Yeah, personally, 72 hours. Okay, that's why I wanted to touch on the consume part, because that is true. If you're the type of person you can almost be, because I always feel like you are your harshest critic. I know for me, I am. Like, you'll get up, I'll give a speech or whatever, and then I may get applause, I may get a standing ovation or something, and I'll still beat myself up because I missed a sub point, or I didn't articulate a word correctly, and somebody will say, well, you did a great job. You'll say, nah, it was terrible, blah, blah, blah. Most people, your own harshest critic. But if there's a case or a piece in your mental health that if you're too harsh on yourself, it can be debilitating to your mental. And you've got to be careful of that.
All right, a couple more comments now. I'll give my opinion. And Charles Davis kind of stole it. So Gene Harris, I'm coming back to this 5 minutes thing. Freddie Kincaid said, I don't think you can put a timeline on it. Everyone has different stakes from year to year. Yep. Whoa. A lot of comments just hit. However, much time you need, but get over it and get after it. Yeah, I agree. Thank you for the YouTube comment. Man, I always love the YouTube comment. Oh, thank you. My stuff ain't working. Everybody is. They just put it off on everyone else. That's very true. For this is a lot. Until the next business week, results come out on a Tuesday, you got until Monday. To me, in most cases, you're in a situation where you're already in the next EPB window. Very true. If you wasn't on your horse, then time to get on, saddle up, and get to work. Don't disagree. We should never be our own harshest critic. Why would you be critical to yourself? Kelly, we're gonna get on to that one. I think I would have been good if there was feedback. Charles, can you hit the thing for Charles Davis? Hit the nail on the head. That's why a lot of people get frustrated. No feedback. All right, let me get to my point real quick. So, Chris Jones said 72 hours. I say 24 hours. You got 24 hours to be as pissed off as you want. Go home. Now, that's when you get home. 24 hours from when you get home. You can't be pissed off at 10 o'clock in the morning when everybody else finds out the results. The commander's walking away around and they don't get to your office or get to your part. You can't be pissed off then. Once you get home, it's your time to be pissed off. What I will say, you also cannot tell people when people be like, how are you feeling? Be like, oh, I'm good. I'm all right, if you're really not good, because you're not helping yourself and you're not helping anybody else. Like I said, you should have some feelings of upsetness, because if you ain't, like, what are you even here for? We are here to get promoted. We put in work to get promoted because that's a byproduct of putting in work. And I'm not saying that's the only reason to put in work, but that is the byproduct. If I do A, I should get B. When you feel like you're doing A and not getting it, you get upset. And I agree with that. All right, I'll pause there if you want to say anything about that.
I guess what I would say is this is part of the topic, but this begs a question. Something I've always, and I think the majority of us here who's in the military, specifically in the Air Force, has always had an issue with. And it was said in the comments, it's the feedback part. The feedback part is so critical. And we are terrible with that because one, we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Two, we feel like the feedback we're going to get is not accurate enough or not specific enough. And when you work your tail off, your ass off, and your records go to the board and your board takes a dump on you and gives you a terrible board score, you don't know what happened. And you've got every single person, your mentors, your friends telling you how great your records are and your performance. And you're one of the most high performing NCOs or senior NCOs. And you get to the board and they take a complete ish on your stuff. It can mess with your mental because you be like, yo, I've done everything I was supposed to do. I got the degree. I was top 3 president. I got an award. I went and even did that issue development thing that my chief wanted me to do, and I still didn't get promoted. That is something that begs a stronger conversation.
So Gene Harrison says, my timeline is 5 minutes. I'm going to call strong BS on that. There's no way you can get over a year of preparation or a year of work in 5 minutes. No way. Impossible. Because now you ain't got another chance for another year. And I'm not saying promotion is everything. I'm not saying that. But I will say if you are a hardworking individual and you put in work, like to Philly's point, you were top 3 president, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, check. Because I'll be honest, it's just a box checking thing. You check all these boxes and then the worst is, for our senior NCOs, if you get stratted and you still don't get it, it's like, bro, and then to your point about the feedback, you have no idea what's going on. You just basically in gravity, in space, just spinning around. Can't figure things out. All right, let's get to a lot of these comments, and we're kind of going back on our conversations, and I'll let you take off with it, or we can move subjects. Feedback is vital, and a lot of times we don't get it. Question to you, Justin, do you not get it, or do you not get what you want? I think a lot of people get feedback. What Farrar said, feedback should be equally sought after as it is expected. There you go. Great. Man,
but do you really, but let me, I've asked this before. I'll pose this to anybody. Do you really want the feedback? Because I've had times where I've given people feedback and it did not go well. You know what I mean? It's almost like, you know what it's like? It's like buying a pair of, the analogy I think of is like you buy a pair of shoes, right? A brand new pair of sneakers, right? Pair of J's. And you think they're the fly sneakers. And then you go up to your mans, you be like, yo, I got these, I picked up these new joints. And they say, they so, man. Them Jones look too big or the colors are washed out or whatever. And then you get pissed. You like, man, forget you, man. You just mad because you ain't got some blah, blah, blah. But that's another form of feedback. But in the case of this, when somebody tells you, I know I had some people say, I know you ish hot, man, but your records ain't all that. People get mad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, like, what you mean I ain't all that, man? I was they start running down. I was 2-time Series CEO of the quarter. I was Series CEO of the year. I got stranded 2 years. You be like, I get this. Then you get these ambiguous comments like, that was when you was a master sergeant. Now you're in a new pool now. You be like, well, what's the difference? Does it not count anymore?
All right, let's get to these comments. Exactly. If you are not wonderfully, I think it is magnificent and great, then what are you? What are you? Can't be great all the time. I won't lie. I wasn't mad about not getting promoted last year. The assignment, family implications would have sucked. Okay. So you wouldn't be able to go with Freddie? I get that. I think a lot of people been in those shoes where if you get promoted, you're going to end up going somewhere else or you can't take the assignment. So it's like, hey, kind of thank goodness I didn't get promoted. They keep doing, Justin said they keep doing what you're doing. Feedback is the worst. The worst. If someone tells you run the other way, that is probably the worst feedback. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll get there eventually. Farrar said feedback from the board is trash. They give you past feedback expecting it to work the next year. Like those same folks are going to be sitting on the board, I guess. The goalposts move every year. That's very true.
Oh man. We need, you know what? We really need, I wish we had more time. This begs its own show because ladies and gentlemen, all those that are listening, I look at this show as another arm to enact change. And this is a topic that has been an issue for people for a long time, is that stinking board or the process of how people within your respective unit gets racked and stacked for stratification. And there's never any transparency. In other words, I think Pete mentioned it on one show that he said, you know how you go out for the football team? And then at the end of the day, at the end of school, there's a list on the board and you get to see who made it, who didn't make it. Although it's painful if you're not on that list, at least you see it.
Yep.
When it comes to stratification,
yep,
you don't know.
Yep.
You all it is, hey, you were close, but you didn't get it this time.
Right.
Keep working hard doing what you're doing.
And
then you got to hear from the dorm lawyers.
Yep.
Or at the top 3 meeting or at the bar, who made it? Yo, man, I ain't getting no strap, bro. I can't believe. Dang, DC. Well, Pete said he has a good shot. Pete got stranded?
Yeah.
This same dude who ain't do his?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that way. Anyway, I'll pause there.
All right, Gene Harrison, thank you for commenting back. I see it and then cool. That's the 21-year talking for sure. For sure. I had a 15 and had to move on because, hey, life move on. Yeah, but you didn't move on from your 15 in 5 minutes. I guarantee that.
I have to side with Gene. I have to side with Gene on this one because I think this begs the other conversation too. There are some people, you know how they say like a great chief is someone who's been in trouble, who's had a 15?
Facts.
Right? So for Gene, when he went through his when he was when his stuff was bad, like a lot of people would have just got out and quit. The way he was able to come back and then people help him get to a certain thing, you don't forget that. Same thing for me. When I went through my when I was airman, I didn't forget that. So there was stuff I still went through as I went through my career, but I always reflected on what I went through when I thought the world was going to end for me and I still survived it. That does something to your mental adversity.
But I think the question, I'll go to all these comments. So thank you. I'll keep flooding the comments. I'll get to all of them, I promise. It begs the question, that statement that you made, Chiefs make great Chiefs because they've been in trouble. I hate
Yeah.
not because they've been in trouble, because they had adversity. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know how to deal with it when an airman comes to them, and they're so like Gene, to his point, since he said it, he had a 15. So when an airman comes and is A getting a 15, or B is has already got a 15 and trying to recover from it, he could talk from A, experience, and B, I guess just experience. We'll just stick to A, experience on what's going on. So he can help them through that. Somebody like myself, I ain't never got a 15. I've seen plenty of them, but I don't know the internal feelings it is. But I'll say, Gene, to tell somebody, oh, I got over mine in 5 minutes, and I don't know if you'll ever say that to them, but I get over mine in 5 minutes. That's probably not the best feedback in the world, because I would assume it should, and it does take longer for you to get over that feedback, or excuse me, that punishment, because 15 is a actual punishment, whether you lost a stripe or didn't lose a stripe or whatever. All right, let's get to these comments, because we got 2 more topics to talk about. So we're gonna wrap up this topic with these comments, and then me and Philly will give our last comments about this topic, and then we'll move on to the next one. So if y'all got comments about this, wrap it up now. What about years of doing the check boxes, the above and beyond, and no feedback? It is defeating when we as a force preach feedback. I think we give feedback. It's just the people don't give great feedback. It's almost like anything that we do. It's the freaking people. So not everybody is great feedback givers. And they don't even know. Like, they'll be like, I'm a chief, I'm a senior, I'm a shirt, I'm a this, I'm a supervisor. But that don't mean that you give great feedback. And a lot of it, to Philly's point, is not you giving it, it's the person receiving it. You might not be they flavor. And I think you need to understand that, hey, I might not be the one that gives you the feedback you want to hear. I give it from my style, how I give it. I don't know how you're going to take this feedback. Maybe you need to go find somebody who will tell you, keep doing what you're doing, because you like that feedback. To answer your question, Pete, feedback is a two-way street. We talked about that. If you want to do better and be better, then absolutely. If you're the type of person that don't do well with constructive criticism, then sit back and wait. Either way, you're going to be mad if you don't like criticism. I agree. Great point. DC, you got a 100. Don't forget those who sit on the promotion board and give a formal board charge that they don't have to follow. Whoa. Do they always do that? Makes you wonder. Philly?
What do you mean? Why you say Philly?
Because that would be a question for you. I ain't never been on a board or seen a board.
Nor but I think what Justin is saying is true. I mean, there are people in a large group, and you've been in briefings like that where they say, hey, I'm going to give my feedback because I sat on the board, and you go there flocking with everyone else to get some great information to prepare you for the next year. And they start off by saying, hey, I have to tell you that we have this formal board charge we were given. We can't share what was discussed or what we've seen on the board. I can only give you this information. And pretty much it's the exact same thing they get vanilla, and they don't tell you nothing you don't already know, which is pointless. Now, some people will circumvent a little bit and say, what I can tell you is that really look, there's some value in that. But going back to one comment where somebody says something to the effect of, I can't remember what it was, but anyway, it was something to the effect of, oh, constructive criticism.
Yeah,
the problem is the people, I'll put it like this. When I didn't make it, I was thankful to have some chiefs who was in my corner that gave me feedback. But it would mean a lot more from the person who actually looked at my records.
Correct. Yep.
And you don't get that. It's no different. It's somebody, if I was in a circle with Justin, I said, you know what? Let's not hire Pete. That dude is trash. His underarm stink. He got doo-doo breath, and he sucks at writing documents. And then Pete, you go to Freddie Kincaid, and Freddie Kincaid said, "Hey Pete, you know what the issue is? I don't know what the big deal is, man, but it probably because you need a haircut, or sometimes you're a little bit tarred in your underarms." And you be like, "Thank you," but you would really get what you need if you heard it straight from the horse's mouth, which is me,
Right.
that said the stuff. Who was the gatekeeper?
Right.
And that's what we don't get.
And a lot of it is to probably a lot of people's frustration is like, if I go to you and be like, man, I didn't get promoted, why, what happened? You say, well, let me look at your record, do the famous record review. Because for the next 2-3 months around bases, that's all you're going to hear is effing records review. And they're going to have master sergeants look at staff sergeants and chiefs look at master sergeants, the same old BS record review crap. And I hate it because, to your point, I go to you and be like, yo, your records look fine. I don't know why you didn't get promoted. I go to somebody else and they'd be like, well, you're missing education. Well, you're missing experience. Well, you need a PCS. You need a new job, blah, blah, blah. I go to somebody else and like, well, you need to volunteer more, maybe top 3. So it's like, bruh. So basically, I just suck at everything. That's basically what I get. Like, I'm either great at everything, keep doing what I do, or I suck at everything and just keep sucking. Pause. So it's just like, it's just like, what do I do with this stupid feedback? And to your point, I need to hear it from the horse's mouth. When Philly is sitting on the board, what the hell feedback do I need from him? Hey, when I was on your board, we were charged with taking consideration in job experience, right?
Right.
Out of all the Chiefs I just sat on the board with, nobody said job experience. But if I would have got it from you, I'd be like, oh, okay. At least I know why I didn't make it. But back to Farrar's point, and I'll shut up. Back to Farrar. He said, hey, yo, I gave the pause. I gave the pause. Hey, don't say nothing to LT. But I gave the pause. But to Farrar's point, the goalposts just keep moving. So it's almost like, what am I doing records review for if the goalpost's going to keep moving? I don't know what the board charge is going to be next year.
Anyway. I'll ask one quick provocative question because I know you want to move on. Would you think it would make it better if they put on a checklist, blow by blow, line for line, the exact checks you need in order to get promoted? Do you think that's good?
Man, that's a tough. Charles Davis said hard pause. That's tough to answer because there are very few things in life that have checklists to get something out of them. So it's like, back to your football analogy, there's no checklist to how I make the football team. So it's like, hey, like, we got 4 receivers, or, we got so many masters in security forces that can get promoted. I would hope they're not just promoting people with deployment experience. And if you don't have deployment experience, you can't make the cut. I hope. But to your point, I think it would make people feel better until they don't make it and see somebody that does make it that doesn't meet the checklist. Because if they put it, say they put out senior checklists now for people who didn't make it. That's all. And they said top 3 president. Oh my God. The line for run for top 3 president would be out the door. It'd be 45 people in line. And then if they don't get it, they'd be like, oh, I guess I ain't get senior this year. So they're just not going to do nothing at all. Some people just won't do nothing at all. So I would think it would make people feel better until they don't make it or they can't fulfill the whole checklist. Like, hey, I'll be honest, there's a motherfucking bitch ass senior that I know that was with me at a certain location, and he didn't make chief, and his feedback was, oh, you need education. That mother effer was taking 4 classes at a time, trying to get his degree done within a year. Wasn't worried about anything else in life. That was the only thing he worried about. I'm pretty sure he made chief too. But those are the mother effers that I be talking about. and I know I said BA senior, and now I'm saying MFer, but I'm trying to slow down on my cursing because we're gonna get killed on YouTube. But those are the people and those are the checklist people that I can't stand. Oh, it buries my soul. Like you don't even care about anything else in life but making cheap. Nothing else in life. Should have got on Sophia Learning. Oh, don't get me started on that. Hey, you know what? Do what you need to do to check a box. Do what you need to do to check a box.
All right. Well, we can move on. But before we do, shout out to people watching on YouTube. And if you're in the comments, man, make sure you hit that like button, man. Hit that like button if you haven't already subscribed to the Unpopular Celebrities on YouTube, Facebook, our social media platforms. Make sure you do that. And also, if you want to help your boys out and you're getting this content and you loving it, yo, hit us up, send us a cash app, whatever. We're going to get monetized soon. You can help support the show. We appreciate it. So based on Pete's reaction, there's a comment he wanted to read. I'll pause there.
That's funny that you said. No, it's just a super long comment that I don't
From
want to
who?
read. From
Brady?
Yeah.
I'll read it.
Okay, good.
Brady McCoy says it hasn't been a secret on the check boxes to promote. You will never get that feedback from the board individually unless they incorporate AI.
Wow.
Way too time consuming. If you have the checklist, apply yourself and produce excellence. You have a chance. It will never seem like it works because of the number of people versus number of slots and humans. Anyway, feedback matters if your person giving it matters to you. So that is interesting. I have various thoughts when it comes to that one. I guess let me wait and see if you have something. This is interesting. I think Brady McCoy is the chief too.
That AI comment was probably the most spot on thing I heard. Why can't they use AI?
Do you really? Okay, you know what? Let me quickly say this. You are right. Now when I really think about it, you are right. That is actually a great idea because it is totally objective.
Yeah, exactly.
It's objective.
The
only thing is you still need the human element to plug in the different things for AI to analyze. That's the issue.
No,
but if they were able to, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No. You're on it. Go ahead.
Because like, think about it. Like, if I put in AI right now, chief counsel's records, the only thing they could be able to pull from was the internet. But you have smart people like my bride, Wendy, who knows how to make their own GPTs, and you put in certain data based off, like, say, the past 10 years of things that they valued in a particular career field that makes the next rank.
There you go.
And then it's objective. They don't see name. They don't see age unless you put it in there. And you throw it in there, like to Brady McCoy's point, that's your feedback.
There you go.
Oh, it's actually a great idea.
That's probably, and y'all let me know in the comments because I think we just solved he just solved the promotion problem. If we use AI for everything else, and everybody loves AI right now, especially when they use it, they love it. They think they're the smartest ones in the room. Let's check AI. Hey, chat said that's like what I hear more than Google, but. I think for you, like you just said, I'm not, I wish Mike Pendleton was on here because he could kind of talk that machine learning, artificial intelligence stuff. But if you put in the parameters for each career field, I would say still do the individual board thing, but I would be I wish I had a Elon Musk money to make this experience happen. Because I would love to see what people think and what AI thinks and how different it is. That's what would be the check. We put the board charge in. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I thought you were frozen. We put the board charge in to AI and then upload 10 records. And then have in those 3 chiefs, 2 colonels and a chief, look at those same 3 records and rack and stack each one. I would be curious to see the difference and why the difference is what it is. I would be... Man, you know what? Farrar, I know you at Luke, and I'm sorry to put your business out there. I would love that experiment just to happen. Man, God, McCoy, that's such a great idea. I wish I was still in the military because I would make that happen. I mean,
It wouldn't be that. It
it's-
wouldn't be that easy though.
Tell me why not.
Well, because you're one person. You would have to you would have to convince a career field to be able to compile data to use it. Like it'll work for you to analyze folks' records. If you
Yes,
did the
yes.
work, the data,
Yes.
like I would challenge anyone. I
Yes.
bet you if you send me your records, not everybody, but if somebody want to send me their records, I will create, in my opinion, an AI tool to review your records. And I'm curious if it will spit out the same board score that you just got this year. I challenge anybody. If you're interested, hit me up in the DM, send me your records offline, and I'm going to create the GPT and we'll see what it says if it gets close. But quickly to your point, it would work for you to review your own people's records, but for a whole career field in the Air Force, you'll still have some people. And there is still something to be said about the human element because let's be honest, and I know you ain't going to agree, but just hear me out. Is it true that you have some people who are great at the job, but AI cannot factor in your commitment level?
True. That's
or your personality or attitude.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. That shouldn't matter though.
It shouldn't. Don't get me started. It should. Why not? Because you're this one person. No. Let me finish. There are quite a few people you know. And let me make sure before I make this point, I zoom in. There are quite a few people you know that you said yourself that should not be either a chief or a commander, but they have great records.
Yes, that is
false.
That is Pete's thought. But if I'm just looking at the board charge, I shouldn't care about none of that stuff. And that's what we should be going off of. If we are this, or if they are this force of basically like the justice, like blind to all that stuff that you're talking, because that's all intangible. That's all emotional feelings. How I feel about somebody, how professional they are, all this other BS that doesn't matter. Because they can pretend a certain way in front of crowds. All of a sudden, they're the best master sergeant you ever seen in their life. Oh, he speaks so well. What the fuck does that mean? Anyway, okay. Moving on. Dale said someone can hop in the Spark cell for it. I'm sure if they have the time. Good. Farrar says, thank you, Farrar. Personality does matter if someone's in the position to influence. Results don't like you, you're screwed. That's where if Pete don't like your personality, nobody cares. But if Command Chief X doesn't like your personality, you're done. You can have the best records in the world. You better have a good sounding board. You better have a good sounding board that can speak up for you because you're done. Here we go. Charles Davis said, okay, here we go. I know a fellow senior NCO who used AI to rack and stack packages, and I was amazed by its output. So Brady is on something. I think you still have to go behind it to contribute the unknown at the table, but it gives very more objective perspective. So tell me, Charles, what is this? I think you still have to go behind it to contribute the unknown. What is the unknown? Because on the board, wait, let me just say this. On the board for mass sergeants, now that might work to get stratted, right? That will work on the strat part. But I'm saying on the promotion part, these people, these two colonels and the chief that nobody's supposed to know who they are, all they get is a board charge. I wish we had somebody on here that was on the board. All we get is the board charge. They get is the board charge. So they go off of that, and that matters. Okay, thank you, Brady, for commenting on this because you started this. Let me read this comment, Philly, and then I'm going to you about this because I'm sure you have some comments about this. Personality matters only if you have lazy representation in the room, you're not wrong though. Philly?
Oh, okay.
I was going to you,
Uh,
like I
I
said.
just want people to consider again. There are many examples I can give of people who are good at the job, but they're terrible with people. They're narcissistic.
Yes.
They're complete friggin' a-holes, and they do not need to be in a position to lead. But they are, because someone looked at their resume or stuff they did in the past, and they assume that they're more than experienced and competent enough. How many of y'all have had somebody in your formation or at your office that were your boss and they were complete a-holes, but they were super smart? In this board charge, they don't mention you've got to look at experience, competency, awards, personality. They don't say that. However, in your respective reports, it does mention in there in the sub points, on the sub bullets in there, something to do with competency, decision making. That's all wrapped up, but we don't do that. You know why? Because it's just like those things are wrapped up, but we don't look at that. We always look at just performance.
Right. Which is also,
you know what I mean?
yes.
If you were to follow the form the way it's supposed to be done, you would factor in that, but it doesn't give you a subgrade that you can give somebody. P could be great at paperwork. P could be great at leadership. P could be great at responses, but you're terrible at supervision, at counseling. You're terrible at dress and appearance.
Right.
But there's no sub point to grade that.
Correct.
That's part of the problem. So when we say the board charge, oh no, you can't get anybody, you can't hold somebody accountable because they're a-holes. It doesn't say on the board charge. It doesn't, but it says on a report, and people are using that when they're on the board. The only difference is on the board, it says, if you know this individual, you're supposed to say something. So that way it eliminates bias, right?
Right.
I would love to know, and I think it would be impossible to know how many people actually raise their hand and say, oh, take me off the board. I know this person.
Nobody. No, like you said, it would be impossible to know, but nobody. If I was and I would hope you would do the same for me. I'm just gonna say because we both retired. If you the one chief on my board and you know me, I would expect you to be like, oh, that's Pete. And I know his records say this, but he's squared away.
Exactly.
I would hope that now, does it happen the opposite way? Probably not, unless you just don't like that person. I know a lot of chiefs that would probably throw me under the bus. Like, oh no, F that dude, Pete. Dominic Peterson? Oh no, F that dude. Forget that. So I think to your point, that stuff about, man, we're gonna be on this topic forever. That's why we should start with the other topic. But to your point, at the local stratification level, I think those conversations come up. But
sound like nobody wants us to move on anyway.
Yeah.
This is another show in itself. Who knows? Y'all put in the chat. Do y'all want us to do a show strictly on this topic? Hit us up in the chat. Let us know. Just put a yes down there or no if you want to see this.
Yes, you need to go beyond because they may be great to AI and on paper, but they could have tendencies and personality traits that make them an a-hole. That's the Phillies point. I'm agreeing with you. DC, exactly. Please don't get me started on that. We'll be on this feedback topic until tomorrow. All right. So there go a yes right there.
Hey, we got one yes.
Hey, shout out. Hey, Jason Holloman's in here, man. Shout out to you, Jarvis Thompson. What's up, big dog? Man, so at the stratification level, I don't mind people saying he's an a-hole, he's this, he's that, blah, 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 blah. All right, so we just got so many yeses, which is next topic, I guess. And this is what we'll do. And Philly, if you're good with this, sorry for putting you on spot. If we could do this next week, we'll pause in a second and continue next week. We will also open it up to anybody who wants to come on, either just their audio or both visual and audio. We will open it up for you to come on, make a comment, and then can get off. We won't just keep you on the show the whole time. But if you would love to make a comment, like Brady McCoy, I'd love for you to come on and talk about this AI stuff. Ferrari, you said you had a lot of stuff to say. I would love for you to come on, so we can open that. What are your thoughts on that? Because I don't just
I agree. I would add this. Think of it as we used to do a segment called The Corner, man. It's the same thing. If you want to get on, you want to talk about it, and not even more than that, tell us your experience. If you felt like you had a situation where you did not make the promotion or the award and you got shitty feedback, tell us about it. We would love to hear your story. And also, if you have an idea how you believe it should be fixed, we would love to hear it.
Yeah, I think this AI idea, I don't know why nobody thought about it. Maybe they have and haven't realized. But Philly, if you want, if Dale said he'll send you his records. If you want,
I think Gene said Sue. Yeah.
Okay,
So if y'all send me y'all joint, man, I will I'll put like this. Send it to me, and then I'm gonna ask you, do you want me to kind of slightly touch on what I found on the air? If not, I'll just send you what it found and go from there.
No, I think that's the caveat. It is going to be talked about on the air.
Now, I mean, I don't want, if they say like, hey, AI said that your stuff was trash or whatever, if you want me to share your board score versus what the board score AI gave you, then let me know if you okay if I share it.
And that's what I said. If not, I'll send you my stuff and you can share. I mean, I'm out. I don't care. So where I would have racked and stacked or where I would have been at, that's fine as well.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't care.
We can do 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that'd be great. So all right. Whew. Man. All right, 3 claps and we done with that. Man. This went crazy. Oh, that AI idea is so great though. McCoy, I hope nobody steals that from you, because Ferrari, like I said, I would go to Luke on Monday. I would go to the command chief and say, I know we're about to do 45 records review. These are one of the records review I would like to do, and just use AI to do it and see what happens. See what happens.
There's a couple of things that just come to mind too. There's some sensitive information you want to be careful not to put in there too.
Like socials?
Well, no, not socials. Mostly like say content. Like say if you put in there something dealing with, I don't know, the protection of a certain amount of aircraft or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure somebody would mention it. You just have to be careful of that. I don't know why you would, but that's something.
Yeah, we know you trash. Pete, don't need AI. Hey, let AI talk. So the personal bias, you freaking flopping hater. Personal bias. Anyway, you freaking hater. All right.
Whew. Moving on. So we want to go over to the main headline of the thumbnail, huh?
Yeah, real quick, and then we'll go to the other part.
All right, so we'll give you some quick context. So as you know, unfortunately, we are embroiled in a war in the Middle East with Iran along with Israel. And most of us have all been in the Air Force, either retired or still serving. And a lot of us who are old folks like myself, maybe not as old as me, have been involved in conflicts where we probably, when we joined, we didn't think we would have to be involved in. I know your boy, when I was coming out of Philadelphia, when I signed up for the Air Force, there was a specific reason. I knew if we went to war, if I was in the Air Force, 9 times out of 10, I probably wouldn't have to worry about being in a foxhole or worried about being on the ship. So when I joined the Air Force. I was like, I ain't got to worry about that until I found out I was security forces. Pause.
That's not a pause.
Well, yeah, it is for me, because I didn't know I was going to have to worry about getting shot at. So when we went right on the heels of Desert Shield, and then Operation Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom, your boy, like many of you in the chat, I'm sure, after getting rocketed and mortared for every single deployment, shout out to Balad Air Force Base and Sather Air Force Base right at the end of the war, it scared the living out of me. But I knew eventually, as I got older, that's part of the job of being in uniform. Well, is a new round of folks in uniform, and I think the majority of them probably had the same idea that I did. 9 out of 10, you won't have to worry about going to war. No one's really fighting in Iraq. Only a few people fight in Afghanistan. Well, there was one particular Army soldier that put out a viral video about his reservations of being involved in a war. I'll let Pete roll the clip.
Give me a second. It's going to take me a second to get it going.
And while he's doing that, y'all put in the chat, when y'all joined, did y'all think or was y'all afraid or worried about going to war? And be honest. Let's see how many G.I. Joes, Captain Americas we got out there. Be like, F yeah, I joined because I wanted to go to war. Put it in the chat.
Oh, no, did I close it? Hold on. I know I didn't close it.
Because your boy was worried. Oof. I remember when I got to Iraq, shout out to Waddington, Mark Deal, Pete, all those who was in Balad with me, man. When we got off the plane and we had to put on our body armor and they showed the picture of the dude getting blown up, scared the living crap out of me. Terrell Farrar says, Balad alum 06 to 07. That's right, my brother. Balad alum, a.k.a. Mortarville.
Damn, was he out there with us? No, that's
Brady
before us.
says, wasn't even a thought. Brady, interesting. Yeah, wasn't even a thought. Brady, if you want to share, what was your AFSC, man? Were you 3P? What were you? I'm curious if you want to share it or not.
Oh, well, hold on. I'm getting
so
it.
Balad, I did 3 tours in Iraq. I didn't get a chance to go to Afghanistan, but 3 tours in Iraq, Balad, Talil Air Base, and then Sather was the last one when they closed off the Iraqi war. Let's see.
All right, you ready?
And SASB says, I just knew I was safe joining the Air Force until I went K9.
Hey, it's all right.
Yeah, I'm ready. Roll the clip.
Hold on. Make sure you can. Oh, you ain't gonna be able to see it. So let me do this.
I can see it on. I got Facebook open too.
All right. Let me see if I can.
Make sure y'all hit the like button, man.
The platform.
Your boys out. Let's see the clip. Can't hear the voice.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Give me a second. Oh man. I swear you gotta love technology. Man, come on, baby. Don't do
Terrell
this
says, didn't join for it, but knew the military came with the potential for it and still signed up and joined.
All right, let's hit it.
I ain't never been fuck out of here before I lose my fucking life. I ain't never been hit this many fucking times in my career.
Roses are red, violets are blue. But motherfuckers say they don't like me, bitch.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
I'm overly thinking.
Right.
Boy, I got a real plan.
Right.
When I signed my first deal, I signed the most fucked up deal in the world.
Right.
I don't give a damn. I just needed the platform.
Right.
I had the plan.
Right.
I know how to get out the deal.
Right.
All right, one more time, because our
Fuck out of here
people.
before I lose my fucking life. I ain't never been hit this many fucking times in my career.
Roses are red, violets are blue. But motherfuckers say they don't like me, bitch.
Whoop-de-doo.
Tripping. I'm overly thinking.
Right.
Boy, I got a real plan.
Right.
When I signed my first deal, I signed the most fucked up deal in the world.
All right. So while we're talking about it, y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think about this video. It was an Army specialist, I believe, who is apparently stationed somewhere in the Middle East getting some explosions or rockets. Brady McCoy, I thought you was a 3P, bro. Anyway, so though you have that, and so I want to roll this next clip, if you don't mind, Pete, about this other one. You have that, because this is videos in contrast to that one. You have this Army specialist that's like, look, I want to get out of here. I've never been hit that much in my career. Roll to this one of a bunch of Army soldiers who actually are poking fun at the enemy.
Are you putting it up or you want me to put it up?
Yeah, I'm going to put it up.
Okay, I'm waiting on you to send it.
Okay. That's actually poking fun at the enemy. I think y'all might enjoy this one. Okay, let me know if you can see it.
Yep.
All right, here we go. A roll of the clip. Watch this.
It's the same old theme, same
We ain't never
never fuck I ran. Bitch, we did World War I and we did World War II. Bitch, we'll do this shit again. Iran, we ain't scared of you. No cap. Where the fuck do y'all stay? We ain't never heard of you. We send troops at your door. Bitch, you know we purging.
Again. How you gonna be Jack?
All right, so there you have it. So shout out to my Army brothers and sisters, man. I love y'all, but y'all wildin'. That's
Wildin'.
Y'all are wildin'. Okay, first, like I said, put in the comments what y'all think about them two videos, man. One particular one about the last video I showed, they said, yo, these girls must be in the kitchen. Samel Brown, what's up, brother? Dana DC Boone, I'll take that, my brother, especially from you. I'll take that one. So the Army Specialist video, I empathize with him because, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. First couple of rockets and mortars hit.
What up, Chief? Sorry.
No worries. Lashana Williams says, didn't expect it because my brother was Army and told me to go Air Force to be safe and not go to war. And you 3P too. I have since deployed. Well, she was 3P, right?
Yeah, well, for like a day. She was 3P. She was 3P for a day and a half. I can't wait.
Go get your shirt.
I can't wait till her retirement ceremony. She was 3P for an hour and a half. She was 3P enough time to learn what 1168 was, and they got out. That was it. Sorry.
Hey, go get your shirt, Chief.
Shout out Chief Williams, though, the real at 3P. Go ahead.
She said, I have since deployed more than him. Retrained from SF to services because in my head, I wouldn't deploy as much. I have since deployed more than my SF husband. Apparently, I was put there because I am a badass. Yeah, when I got hit with some mortars and blah, yeah, I was scared shitless too. I was too. But eventually, like, them videos are dumb. Yeah, they are. For a day, yeah. Yeah, that's Pete. Yeah, come get him.
For a day.
But yeah, it seems like to me the young Army specialist wants a way out of the Army for posting that video. What do you think?
I agree. It's just stupid. I just think it's stupid. And you know, whatever his goal was to go viral, congratulations, you did your thing. But to those, I really want to talk about the other specialists that made this little video. Talking about World War II and everything else. 6 years Pete and did more than Pete did his whole career. That's shout out to my chief who I love to death. But anyway, if you think that we are ever going to war like that again, that's not even how wars are fought. We don't do they're like talking about ground militia. They're talking about goddamn the Patriot where everybody lines up. It says you got to shoot 2 times to get your freedom. You stand all in a line. Ready? Hey. That's what they think this war. That's what they think war is. Like, man, you think you're just going to go over there and this is the battlefields of Iraq back in 1993 where you just run up on people and just start bucking them? That's not how war works. It just shows the incompetency of these younger individuals that don't understand what war is. Now, when me and Philly went to war, where were we getting bombed at? But did we ever see anybody bombing us? No. You might see somebody, if you were on the tower, maybe they seen people, but all they see is a big ass bomb.
Or a truck.
Yeah, but that's it.
I tell you, ain't that some shit? You be sitting there, you ride around, you look out the fence, and you see a truck pull up. Next thing you hear is, yeah. You ain't even got time. They gone. They shoot, boop. Luckily, they wasn't too accurate, but accurate enough to scare the living ish out of you.
Hey, it was funny talk about this. If you remember when we first got to Balad, it was run for cover in the middle of the night. Here comes run, find the bunker, get out your room. Man, by month 3, you just curl.
You just cover up.
I'm tired of getting up.
Like if it's your day, it's your day.
I'm tired of getting up, man. I'm tired of getting up. But I will say there was one time when I was walking to the bathroom, walking to go take a shower, and that thing hit off, and that bunker was right there. I was like, I'll go in the bunker real quick. It's right here. Let me just hide real quick. Sitting there with my towel and my PT shorts on, mad as hell.
How many of y'all was actually taking the dump and the dang near porta potty and the dang thing go off? Did you stay there and just continue, or you run for the bunker with boo-boo?
Hey, no, I stayed. Like you said, if it's gonna be so embarrassing if it's my day. But if it's my day, I'm just gonna stay. F that. F
Your
that.
lies peak with a bunch of boo-boo.
Nah, hell no. I'm staying right there. I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Oh, I want to move on because I'm first my PTSD is kicking in. I can smell the urine up for some reason. I don't know. It's starting to smell.
Exactly.
Anyway,
war in any form is complex. Taxing and deadly for friends and foes. It's nothing to joke around about. Miss me with all the jokey joke. Samel, amen to you. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
There you go.
Like, that's how I know these people ain't never been nowhere. They just want to put on a uniform like it's a fucking Halloween costume and put it on goddamn TV. Because if you've really been somewhere, you know it's nothing to joke around with. Amen to you. Brother Samel, amen to you.
Yep. Hey. Yep. I think that really, well, I will admit it was a funny video, but when I think about everything they say in there, and maybe I'm taking this the wrong way, but I almost took offense to it. Because like they mentioned like, oh, you know, World War II, what we did to you. Now there's going to be some people, I'm curious, is anyone not offended or think the video is funny? I'm curious.
I don't think it's funny. I think it's stupid. I think it's ignorant and shows to the fact of why we need leaders and supervisors. Because no way in hell would you or Samel or anybody else let me post a video like that. I would be in somebody's office the next morning like, bro, what in the hell? Let me educate you on war. Let me educate you on why, I hate to say it, but why we have an Elizabeth Jacobs Award. Let me educate you on this. Because there's a form of education that's not happening. Now, if you want to post your video, and sure, it's cool with the music and everything, like you did your little rap video, good to go. Got you. Got you on that level. But to post it like, how are you going to be when you go to Iran? Man, get the fuck out of here. You just look stupid. If you are just a civilian in high school, cool, do that. But you are representing the United States of America. You are representing the United States Army in that format, or the Air Force or whoever, and your career field. Don't play around. Because if you think you're going over there like that, wait till you really get there and the situation happens. Now I want to see you like that. It's easy to talk when you're at Homeland, don't have a real gun, and you can use your arms as guns and sit there and act like you dang Call of Duty. You can't respond, big homie.
Okay. So this helps with context for me, because I remember a couple of shows back, I was just throwing out my dissatisfaction for some of these videos that make fun of security forces. And some of y'all was saying, oh, it's comedy, it's funny. And I said, it makes us look bad or whatever. But on the flip side for this one, you just vehemently put out there how disappointed you are in this video because it represents the United States, the military. So your issue with this video is talking about a sensitive topic like war, whereas the other videos depicting security forces, you're saying because it's true.
Correct. That is so far. That is so false from reality.
Yeah.
And if they were making fun of something that really happened, I would be just as disappointed. But they know there's nothing funny about that. Coming through the gate and somebody being like, stay warm when it's cold as hell outside, that's funny. Because that really happens, and we know that, you know, how the hell am I supposed to stay warm? It's minus 32 out here. Or stay dry when it's how? So that's funny. But for this, like you said, no.
What do you think the leadership should do to these soldiers?
Educate.
No, like letter of reprimand or whatever.
Because it's not gonna. All that's gonna do is create more viral moments. Just educate them.
I disagree. I think they've already been educated. They have a public affairs policy in every branch. They already seen cases of other military members doing viral videos for different topics. I think in this case, they should get a letter of reprimand, because when they made this video, right, Don't know when it was made, but it must have happened when we started going to war with Iran.
Yeah, pretty recent.
We lost 6 service members.
Mm-hmm.
6. All Army, too.
Mm-hmm.
Army reservists. And they make this video.
Right.
They need to be dealt with. I'm not saying they're the fault of why we unfortunately lost these 6 service members, but this is not a time to be joking when the country is really at war and people are put in harm's way. Not only that, they not even fuck over there.
Right.
They're at the motor pool.
That's what I'm saying. At the
whatever.
motor pool.
They should be saying shit.
Right.
Now, we had some crazy defenders out there in Balad that will make little jokes about the folks lobbing mortars and rockets at it, but at least they're in the shit.
Right.
They're not even in the shit. And they're making jokes.
So remember when we were in Balad, and I forgot his name. I forgot 2 people's name. I think Burke was one of them. But they made that video of us dancing. You remember they went to each person?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No,
PTSD.
No.
Yeah.
No. I don't even talk about. Oh, was I so friggin' mad when I found that out?
Exactly.
I was friggin' because I'm thinking like when you was doing this,
I didn't do it.
No.
Oh, okay.
Vallejos.
Yes.
Burke.
Yes, thank you. Grant.
Who else? Vallejos, Burke, Grant, that month. You know what, Grant? Yeah. When y'all was making that freaking video, what was going on at the time?
We were getting bombed at. We were on duty.
I want to move on. I'm getting pissed off. So Brady says, send them to the VA. Send them to the VA, have them engage with true war heroes in an LOR. I agree more. Facts. Samel says, DC, it looked like they were in some sort of formation. Where the hell's the leadership? Exactly. That's why they need a letter of reprimand and foot in their ass. It's ridiculous. Dell says, joining late. Did you guys see the Marine in the court? Oh,
we saw that.
You talking about the Marine in the courtroom?
Yeah, he got his arm broke. Yep.
I'm gonna try to pull up the video while you continue talking.
The leadership was probably Aunt B, Aunt SB. A great point. The leadership was because they probably just as old as them, or probably have never. And you know what? I'm not gonna put his name out there, but I had to talk with a young NCO, and he said the problem now is the war experience is pretty much zero. And that's the problem. When I was coming up, man, remember I came after 9/11, so everybody has been to war, especially security forces. They at least been once. Or they've been in the missile field the whole time, and now it's the first time they haven't. But, man, there was nothing to play around with. It was nothing to joke around with because, like, to Philly's point, people were dying. Like, and then to be stationed at Dover and doing humanitarians, escorts where you were getting the caskets sent in every effing day. 3-4 times a day. 6-7 caskets on each plane, man. Ain't nothing to play around with, man. Like, it just shows the humility or the lack of humility, I guess, of being in the military, I guess. All right, go ahead. You must have it pulled up.
Yeah, I got the clip if you want me to play it. You ready?
Nope.
Okay, just let me know when you're ready.
Ready. There you go. Go ahead and put it back up.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Y'all check this video out, man. Is it the right one showing?
No, it doesn't show them right now. You got to share.
Okay. Share. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
But
let's try this.
Yeah,
again.
this Marine video, I'm gonna have to watch it again because I didn't find it too appeal or too crazy. And Samel got a question off topic. We'll get to it. Show this video and we'll get to it. All right, ready? I'm ready.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, you can see it.
Yep.
All right,
stand up as a Marine and stand up for America. No one wants to fight for Israel.
Oh my God. Why are you here? Why are you getting arrested?
Free Palestine. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
From the halls of
Palestine will be free.
Oh my God, they broke his arm. Oh man.
We just witnessed a Marine veteran interrupting the hearing, and they broke his arm.
Why did he interfere?
Because there is a war in Iran, and our military brothers and sisters are going to die for Israel. And
okay, I'm gonna stop it there.
Yeah,
okay.
thank you.
So here's the all right. So at first I was angry because I felt like they did this dude dirty. He's a Marine in uniform. He deserved to be, a lot more respect than that. And in hindsight, I didn't see this other part of the video. It sounded like a publicity stunt. And then the lady gets up there, oh, blah, blah, blah. We shouldn't be. First of all, we soldiers. We don't get a chance or an opportunity to decide when or if it's the right way to go to war or not. We don't get to decide that. Now, we have an opportunity not to follow orders if we believe that they are immoral or they're illegal. And even then, there's procedures for that. But we don't get, even more so, to be in uniform and on camera and talk about we shouldn't be in a specific war or not.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to sum it up. I don't know if he's active duty, reservist. I don't know if he's retired. I have no idea his status. I hate to say it, and people can probably be upset at me for saying this. He got his hand broke because he left it in the door because he was trying to, if I could use my security forces terminology, he was trying to be actively resistant or passively resistant. That's actively resistant to try to get kicked out. You put your hand in the thing, you got your hand broke. What you want me to, like, what was that the problem? He was being escorted out for interrupting a hearing, which you shouldn't be interrupting a hearing. Wrong place, wrong time. They were trying to escort you out. You were being actively resistant. You grabbed onto the stupid thing and got your hand broke. That's not even that's you being stupid.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can say it. Like, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You're stupid prizes, you got your hand broke. He brought much dishonor to the Corps by what he did. Yeah, he must be a Marine right here. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, what are you doing, big dog? Wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, I'm sure there has been all kinds of different conflicts that we have been involved in as military personnel we didn't agree with, but we still went off and we did our job. They always say, like, one thing about military personnel, we fight for each other. We may not like the war that we're in, but we fight for each other. So that's not the time or place. It's bad enough the country is divided. When it comes to war, the last thing we need is somebody in uniform to do it too.
Right.
Yeah.
Samel got a quick question off topic, then we can move on to the last thing.
Yeah, we've got a new segment, it looks like. It's called Investigative Reporting from UPC Family. So according to Samel Brown, Investigative Reports, he says, question, off topic. I've been retired for 3 years now. She's time flies. But Samel Brown says, but I came through the gate last week, interested to see what base it was, and a staff sergeant was checking IDs with an umbrella during morning rush gate traffic. It was sprinkling outside. That's what we doing now?
Hey, I'm retired. I don't know. That's some new stuff.
Perhaps,
where's Chief,
let me ask
where's
this
Chief
question.
Wooten, who was a cop for
Was
6
the
years?
umbrella an OCP pattern? Maybe it was authorized.
Wait, was somebody else holding the umbrella, like Bentley? Like holding it for them, or were they holding it?
Did it have the Defender patch on them? Maybe that's what it was. Or better yet, Samel, here's the most important question for you. Did they give the security forces greeting?
Exactly. They tell you fight on? Fight
yes.
on?
Welcome to fill in the base, blah, blah, blah. Fights on.
Yeah.
Did they say that?
Yes, because that's important.
Yes,
I don't know why you're paying
important.
attention to the umbrella. We need to make sure they
and it was yellow,
on.
so it wasn't even tactical.
Wait. That could be the squadron color. That could be the
squadron
colors.
That is a little bit of the defensive fortis in there. There's a little yellow in there.
There you go.
So yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
great point.
I can't wait to make a short for this.
Samel, please tell me the base. Let's give credit where credit's due. I want the base.
No.
Hey, if you want to know the base, put in the chat. Give us the base.
Fights on. Fights on. Don't say nothing about the base. Samel.
Hey, so Samel, I must admit, Pete, how long you been retired now? About 2 months now?
Yeah, 60 days.
I've been retired about a week. Am I missing something? I thought morale umbrella.
He said the SF greeting standard is diabolical, but did he give it? That's all we care about.
I just want to know, like, last I checked, can you agree? I think the proper uniform for folks involved in inclement weather is a poncho or a Gore-Tex, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it changed to a morale umbrella.
He said, "Where do I live?" Yeah, exactly.
Florida, huh? So,
dang,
Chad, you're out there. Chad, is it your base? I hope not.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I hope, because Chad is a defender, so it can't be his base.
As long as they say fights on, that's all that matters. Pink umbrellas and did he have an M18 or did he have a squirt gun? Like, which one did he have on his back? Was he filling up the gun by holding it outside? Like, did he have a squirt gun?
Samel and Chad has spoken. They want to know the base.
Was it
give us the base?
No, don't.
Give it to us.
Was he an augmentee? Or was it...
No, he was no dang augmentee. He said
joined at 21, retired at 60. Holy.
Dang. Wow.
Big
dang.
dog.
Well, yeah, you got me beat, brother.
I don't even know what that word is. Somewhere in Florida, 3 minutes from said base. So he said, Google it. I don't know what that word is.
Come on. Oh, boo.
No, that's fine, Smell. No. He didn't. Look, Philly be trying to put you in bad predicaments. No.
He's retired.
It don't matter.
He's
Some
retired.
people ain't.
Look, all right, I'm going to Google it right now. I will tell y'all. I'm going to Google it.
That's fine. Yeah, you have fun. Oh, it's Herbert Field.
Oh, no, that's a Spec Ops base.
Yeah, you definitely. Oh, yeah, that sounded about right. He probably had a squirt gun in. He probably had a super soaker. If he's Spec Ops, he didn't have just a pistol.
Spec Ops, don't come after me. I didn't say that he did.
Hey, he probably had the super soaker.
He did.
Yeah, the super soaker 2026. 27, the joint that ain't even out yet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If it's Spec Ops. Oh, yeah.
Somebody dropped in the chat the 2903 that says you use an umbrella when you under.
Somebody else said, nah, the other one. So it wasn't Herbie.
Okay. It's either Eglin or
Tyndall?
Tyndall. I can believe it was Tyndall, though.
Yeah, Tyndall, yeah. I thought it would be
more likely it was Tyndall.
I thought it'd be McDill. You know, they call McDill McDisney.
Oh, I forgot about McDill.
Yeah, but McDill,
they call McDill what?
McDisney.
Disney. I never heard that one.
Oh, Farrar said Eglin.
Man, I think that's Chad's spot. I don't know if he's
just came across you too. I'll stick around, see what y'all say. Hey, appreciate that, Howard. And congratulations on your retirement. You said age 60. 21 to 60 is kind of crazy. Yeah, so Eglin is the base that carries yellow umbrellas. I'm sorry that happened to you, but Samel, did he say fights on? That's what we need to know. That's the most important part of this conversation is, did he say fights on? If he didn't say, hello, welcome to joint base, blah, 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 fights on. If he didn't say that, we have problems. I don't care about the umbrella. Did he say fights on? Did he let you know fights on? Nobody cares about everything else. Was the fight on? Oh, man.
Leave it to Samel to bring. Leave it up to Samel, boy. Hey, this should be a segment. Hey, investigative reports.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys out there, you see some stuff that looks a little squirrely, unusual, feel free to bring it to us. We'll bring it up on this show, and we'll give you proper credit. This report coming straight from yours truly, Samel Brown.
Our job is to protect y'all. Our job is to protect. Hey, Senior Harrison, make sure it's your base when you go there. They say fights on. When you go in. And the fight is on too. Oh, the fight is really on too. Everybody better be saying that at the gate. Yep. Yes, once a month segment. Yeah, for real. That's all we can take is once a month. Hopefully, there's no more buffoonery than that. That's crazy.
Oh man. Anyway, all right. So we're going to bring it home to the last topic. P has an interesting fact or question we want to pose out to you guys. I'll roll it over to Pete.
Yeah. So, oh my goodness, I just deleted it. Hold on.
Or perhaps not.
No, we will. I got to get back into it. So. It was yesterday. Let me find it because I know it would be in my history. Damn, I looked up Stream Deck so much yesterday. Goodness gracious. Let me find it. Give me a second. Here we go. See, I didn't take too long.
All
right. So we have a question, and I'm going to pose this question to Philly. And I think we talked about this, and he doesn't know the answer, but I think it'd be a great segment that we do, and it's going to be, top 10. And this one is interesting. I think we agreed on this, and tell me if we didn't. Correct me if I'm wrong. But in the NFL, they have we did base salaries, correct? Was it base salaries?
Yeah.
They have top 10 base salaries of all time. All time. I want you to see how many names you can guess on the top 10 of base salaries of all time. Nope, you can give them any order you want. I'll tell you if you right or wrong. You get 3 wrong answers, and I'll just give you the names. But top 10. Here's what I'll say. I'll give you a hint. They are all quarterbacks. This is of all time.
Of all time.
Top 10 base salaries.
And y'all, hey, feel free, y'all put in the chat if y'all think y'all know who it is, or just throw out a name or whatever. Okay, I get 3 chances, right?
Yeah, so you get 3 chances. So if you get one right, of course, that doesn't count as a chance. But if you get it wrong, it counts as a chance.
Okay, so I will go with first Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is not on the list.
Dang, okay. Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning is not on the list.
What? Okay, so I get one more choice. Okay.
You are.
Somebody said Deshaun. Somebody else said Deshaun Watson. Is Deshaun Watson one?
No, Deshaun Watson is not one.
Oh, no, I didn't count. All right. Let me give you mine, and then we'll call it. Now I'll get it wrong. Let's see. Dang near. All right, 10 seconds.
This is easy. You should get one easy.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes is not one.
What?
Not
all right.
one.
What was it? What did I miss?
Just think about Just think about quarterbacks this year. Just think about quarterbacks this year.
So they're all from the past, huh?
No, I mean this is.
I guess that was
salaries.
a dumb question.
Yeah,
of course
this
not.
Is base salary.
So Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson is number 2. 51,250,000.
Wow. And he has not won a friggin' Super Bowl yet.
Number 2. You know what makes it? Wait, let me go through this and make sure none of these quarterbacks have won a Super Bowl. Oh, one quarterback has won a Super Bowl.
Out of the 10,
two won the Super Bowl. 2.
Okay.
2.
I know Tom Brady's not on there.
Tom Brady's not on here. Somebody's on here twice.
Wow. Somebody's on there twice?
Yeah.
Somebody said Nick Foles.
Nick Foles is not on there. This is crazy. I didn't think y'all beat us off.
Okay, so I did get one right. Lamar Jackson. All right, I'll give me one more. You said it wasn't Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Only 2 quarterbacks has won the Super Bowl.
Who is the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons?
Right now?
No, the one the stupid signing that we have.
Oh, you mean Kyle Murray?
No,
not Kyle Murray.
My first cousin.
Just tell us who it is.
My first cousin.
Dak Prescott. I didn't even think about that.
Dak Prescott. Okay, Dak Prescott is number 8 at 31 million. Kirk Cousins is number 10 at 27 million when he signed with Minnesota in 2019.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Are you ready for this? You would never have gotten this. Ryan Tannehill, number 9.
Ryan Tannehill.
$29 million. $29 million. You did say one name already for Arizona.
Kyle Murray.
Kyle Murray's number 6. 37.
He's going. I think he's going to Minnesota. He got released.
$37 million. A quarterback. He plays in the AFC. I think it's East. They play against the Patriots. Left-handed quarterback.
Tua
Tagovailoa.
Wow, he got released too. I think he got released too.
He's number 3 at $39 million.
Wow.
Number 3.
Wow.
I will. There's somebody on here twice. He was on the Giants and got released from the Giants.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
No. Russell Wilson is on here. He's number 4. He's not on here twice. He's number 4 when he signed with Denver, $39 million. The other quarterback that got signed to the Giants and then got released and then plays for the Colts.
Oh, Daniel
Jones. He's number 7 and number 5. He signed a $35 million comment and a 37. So the one you're missing is number 1. I'm going to let you guess. He's a current quarterback, and he plays for the same team he got the base salary with.
All right, one more hint. Did they win? He didn't win the Super Bowl.
Nope, not a Super Bowl.
Dang, y'all put in the chat who y'all think it is.
He said, what the hell you call Tua? Tua Tagovailoa.
All right, give us the hint one more time.
Jarvis got it. Right?
Jarvis, let me see. Wait a minute. He put 5 down there. It ain't Dak Prescott.
Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't get it right. I'm sorry. He didn't get it right. I was on.
Yeah.
So he plays for the current team. This team made the playoffs last year and missed the playoffs this year. And it's a big controversy because they let a lot of their picks or let a lot of their coaches go.
Jared Goff,
number 1.
Dang,
$55 million. $55 million.
Hold on, Joe Burrow is not on there?
Joe Burrow is not on the top 10.
Wow, that's crazy work. Wow.
And this is just base salaries. This is just base salaries. Before people start roasting me, it's base salaries.
Wow. That says a lot right there. So the only quarterback on this list to win the Super Bowl was what?
Jared Goff. Didn't he win one?
Goff ain't win no Super Bowl.
I thought he won with the Rams.
No, that was Stafford.
Oh, shoot. You're right. They let Goff go and got Stafford. You're right. So, yeah, the only one is Wilson.
Wilson's the only one who won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Wow.
Joe Burrow was number 14 and number 15, back to back. Both $25 million. He got it in 25 and 26. You know who's number 13? Geno Smith with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh,
yeah, Kirk Cousins was on here twice with Atlanta and when he got signed with the franchise tag.
I like Kirk Cousins. He don't never get no credit.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our top 10. So we'll do more of these. I like that y'all participated, man. It's always good to do these, man. We could do the interesting one. The interesting one is signing bonuses. That is interesting. And it's top 10 signing bonuses of all time. And the funny thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, all our quarterbacks except for 1. And how many have won Super Bowls? Oh, this is interesting. 1, 2, 3. 3 have won Super Bowls out of 10. 4 have won Super Bowls out of 10. Interesting. All right. Whew, so we got a topic for next Sunday. Credit for what?
Credit for Robin T. I think maybe something about Russell Wilson, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Wilson, Mahomes, Wilson was not in here. Or I'm sorry, Watson. Dak was in there.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. Base salary, just talking about base salary. So when you look at Mahomes' base salary, he got the biggest contract over time. But his base salary from year to year was not up there. Let me see where he's at. I don't even know where the freak he's at. He wasn't even really up there at all. Dang. He way down there. Holy moly. Hold on. Let me go quarterbacks. He's not even top 20 in quarterbacks. Oh, you were guessing at the signing bonus. Yeah, the signing bonus, you're pretty accurate. Yeah, it's not even close. Man, I do not see Mahomes in the top 20. Oh,
Terrell was talking about my comment about Kirk Cousins. I mean, Kirk, man, man, that's Captain Kirk. Captain Comeback Kirk, man.
Chiefs just restructured Mahomes' contract too, and restructured Dak's contract. Anyway, great topic. We have a topic for next Sunday. Like we said, we will talk about the promotion thing over the AI thing. I think that's great. Man, what a great idea. Samel, you weren't here for that, but I hope you're here next Sunday because it'd be a good topic to have you on for. But it's going to be a great show next week. I can already see it because I got a lot of things to say about our promotion system. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, so we will probably make that the headliner for the show and maybe spend a lot of time on that one because there's a lot to unpack. So as we said earlier, if you've got some comments or you want to talk about some of your stories that maybe you were a victim of not getting promoted, getting bad feedback, ambiguous feedback, we'd love to hear your story. Welcome. We'll have you on for a couple of minutes to talk about it. And just like Brady, if you have some ideas, let us know. But my goal is I'm going to take 1 or 2 records. I am going to create a GPT, and I'm going to throw the records in there and see what board score spits out. And then I will talk a little bit. I'll touch a little bit on that next week.
Is there any way you can get the board charge for this year? Or it's not out yet.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I can find it. It really doesn't change. I don't think. It's very vanilla.
Okay, I've seen it before, but I'm sure it's
very vanilla.
Airman NCO page. But all right. Anyway, great show, great topics. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week. Thank y'all for all commenting and coming in. And I need to do a lot of stuff before we get out, so I'm just gonna close it off by saying thank you.
Yeah, peace, humans. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you get on YouTube, hit the notification bell, ding, so you know when the next shows are coming up. Facebook, Instagram, all that. Shout out to all the people who checking out on Instagram. Man, YouTube, much appreciate all of the engagement today. We will see y'all next Sunday on the next show. Unpopular Celebrities, we out. As always, go Birds.
Peace.